share it with all of you so that you can be a better homeowner. And just a few truths for you here. Home ownership is a long-term investment. It is achievable no matter your credit history. This actually, home ownership requires getting familiar with your home. No need to be an expert there, just observant. Know what to include when you are budgeting for repairs. And it can also be a rewarding experience when you plan ahead. So when you are a homeowner, the biggest thing that you can do for yourself is just creating those habits, just like Eileen was mentioning. You know, there's a lot of things that you can be doing to help feel prepared, ready for home ownership in general. That's the real basics of creating new habits. Know what you spend, know where your money is going. Knowing your credit status, that's another one. We mentioned this here because credit is directly linked to your budget. Here, whether you have good credit, you're going to be receiving attractive loan terms. You will be refi ready. So when you come to a point that, if you're a current homeowner, and just out of curiosity, how many people here are current homeowners? Okay, wow, you have quite a bit. Okay, great. So being refi ready, that can be generally two good reasons that I usually recommend is a good opportunity or a good time for refinancing. That's going to be if you want to lower your rate, if you have a variable rate and you want to switch to a fixed rate. Those ARMs are out there, those ARM products, loan products are out there. So, having good credit, being ready for, when that term comes up, that's a good time to be thinking about doing a refinance. If you're looking to cancel maybe the PMI insurance that you've been paying, if you didn't have 20% down payment when you purchase your home, you probably are paying private mortgage insurance, and if you're coming to a point, watch for, the value of your home to see where it's at versus the debt that you owe. If you are close to 80% loan to value, then, that's a good time that you may be thinking about refinancing. No credit. Know that credit building, credit cards and loans are out there available for you if you don't have any credit. I teach the homebuyer education class in Spanish actually, and that tends to be a pretty common problem, is just not having enough credit up there. Bay Lake Bank, Johnson Bank, Associated Bank, they all have these credit building loans and credit cards that are available out there. The terms are going to be different with each bank, with each product. But it basically is, if you don't have any credit at all, they are going to give you the credit that you need, that needs to show up on your credit report. There will be like a security deposit or possibly a checking account or savings account that may need to be opened and just to have some collateral there. Whatever that amount of the security deposit or that may be equivalent to the amount of the credit that they give you. Bad credit. It is something that you just need to be intentional on cleaning up. No matter your credit history, if you're teachable, it's fixable. Sometimes this means being honest with the debt that you have. Own up to all the debt that is owed. Including the accounts that are not reflected on your credit report. This may be collections, it may be, as a homeowner, maybe it's real estate taxes, or maybe it's private school fees. If you have children going to school, going to private school, all of that, not just what is reflected on your credit report, but all of those items. As a homeowner, you may come across street repairs that are being done by the city. eventually it catches up with you, so it's a matter of being honest with all the debt that is out there. And it's seeking guidance, learning strategies on how to correct the bad credit that's out there. Sometimes this means, looking into knowing what your rights are as a consumer as well. Some credit resources here, if you're looking for that help, in doing some cleanup. The CFPB, or Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, they are basically a regulator of rules and regulations. If you go to their website is here, their phone numbers available. They have sections online just to learn more about laws and regulations. If you're struggling to clean up your credit, if you feel like it's taking too long, you're not getting anywhere, kind of feel like you're spinning your wheels, look into that, because there's a lot of laws that are in play to protect you, the consumer. Submitting complaints, that's another option online, real easy. Go online and submit your complaint if once you know the laws and regulations, the procedures that are supposed to be followed. That's another easy thing to do. It's going to be received by someone. It's kind of like a guaranteed. You don't have to necessarily write a letter and mail it in, and just always the waiting time and not knowing if somebody's responded. You can check your to see where that's at, where the standing of that complaint is. Assessing risks as well. As a consumer, credit consumer, you can get information there as well that will help in assessing what your risk is when you're applying for credit cards. It'll help you compare things, compare loans, compare products. Credit Matters, that is a local organization actually based out of Appleton. They focus on credit repair and restoration. So it all depends on your preference. If you are more of a do-it-yourself type of person, you want to look into the rules and regulations, and do the work yourself, and be really involved, and you have that willingness to do some learning, that's a good resource. If you just want it quick and done, and you're willing to pay for a cost up front, Credit Matters is a really reputable company. They actually keep up with you. They keep you informed as to what the status is, what they're working on. There's a lot of different options in this area, because what they do is it's based on your personal situation. So if it's a matter of cleanup, or you're not getting the results that you want from working with a creditor, they're really going to work hard. That's all that they do. So you're going to get quicker results through here. I love the status reports that they give too, to keep you informed of what they're working on, where they're at. If what it is, if what you want is just help me improve my credit score, and I need it to go up by 60 points or 40 points, whatever that is, they're willing to work with you. They take a good look at what your goals are, and work with that. And then we also have the homebuyer education class. So how many people have attended the homebuyer education class here? Okay, that's good.
Do you have any materials on that credit repair? Do you have any brochures or anything like that?
I do have some cards for her, for Credit Matters. Renee Backus is the contact person for that area. She does come here quite a bit too. So typical cost to purchasing a home. Again, we're looking at the budgeting perspective. From a budgeting perspective, you're transitioning from being a tenant to an owner. You have your out-of-pocket expenses that you're going to be making. These right here is just an example of intending on purchasing a home, starting from the time that you have that accepted offer to purchase, these are the expenses that you will be making. Your earnest money, $200 to $1,000. You know, your realtor is gonna let you know, maybe make a recommendation for you. I've seen as low as 200. Some realtors have recommended more, only because maybe they know that there's another pending offer or somebody else who's looking to make an offer at the same time as you, and they might say, well, bump up your, you know, your earnest money amount. It'll make your offer to purchase look a little bit more attractive. An inspection, $200 to $400 or so. An appraisal, $400 to $600. That's something that's going to be paid to your lender. Typically, they collect this money from you so that they can go ahead and order the appraisal. That expense, you know, as you're going through the process, all of these are not, they're not avoidable. They're expenses that you need to have that money already saved prior to starting the process. Homeowners insurance, 1 year of coverage, and reserves if applicable. Some lenders do ask for, you know, to show proof of reserves, that you have one to 3 months maybe of what your mortgage payment is gonna be. Closing day expenses. So all of this is up to the point, from when you write that offer to purchase, up until closing day. Closing day, this is what you can expect to pay. Down payment, 3 to 3.5% of purchase price. Now, that's a little bit, there's a little bit of flexibility in that. If you can pay more, great. You know, that is gonna help lower your PMI insurance that you're paying for, because you don't have the 20% down payment. You know, some lenders do have unique loan products where, you know, they can have what they call in-house loans. Understand the combined cost of housing and transportation. Here's another website to look into. Housing and transportation. Eileen, do you think this would be, you know, the two most expensive items on anyone's budget, really?
Yeah, your car maintenance and your home, two most expensive things you're probably gonna purchase.
You know, there's some tools on there that you can look into to see, kind of gauge where you're at. This one here, the home energy yardstick, you know, that's kind of like a do-it-yourself audit to see where you're at, what your usage is for energy and water usage. You know, they'll give you, like, on a scale of 1 to 10 how you're doing, how much you've used, some guidance to improve comfort and lower utility bills. So again, from the budgeting perspective, so where do you start working on this? How do you start working on all of this? FISC is available. Eileen does a great job. She's been doing it for a long time. Catholic Charities is another option locally here. I know they have a more lengthy type of course. Actually, I believe it goes for 18 months. So if you're really ready to dig in deep and looking for long-term results, you know, dig in there. NeighborWorks, we have, we're looking to launch a financial capabilities program here shortly in the next coming months. That's going to involve credit counseling. So taking a look at your credit report, kind of letting you know where you stand. If you haven't been in the habit of checking your credit, you know, we can help you out with that, maybe educate you a little bit in knowing how to read what's on your credit report, so that this is something that you end up, you know, doing on your own as you monitor it and see if you're ready for home ownership or maybe for that refinance opportunity. If you haven't looked at it for a while. Financial courses, we're hoping to start like a budgeting class. That'll help also, you know, kind of see what you have coming in versus what is going out. Financial coaching, this is going to be meant for those who have certain goals, and this can be anything from you know, saving for a car. It just focus on budgeting, but they also go beyond into, investments and, retirement and insurance and, a lot of different, areas that they can give recommendations on. And just help you stay on track, money-wise. Dave Ramsey, I'm all about him, actually. I went through his Financial Peace University class, and it's been quite different the last 2 years, you know, getting on that budget. He really makes it fun. If you're needing that motivation and drive a little bit, if that's lacking, and, you know, sometimes budgeting just might sound a little like work, you know, it is something that has to be done, so might as well have fun with it. Dave Ramsey is really good at that, you know, keeping you entertained, and he has quite the sense of humor. I do like his budgeting forms. There's gonna be a lot of variations in budgeting forms. You know, the CFPB also has a, electronic budgeting form. With Dave Ramsey's, budget forms, he has different versions available too, where, you know, your very first, budgeting form keeps it very simple. It can go into something that's a little bit more detailed, and even, a budgeting form for those who have irregular income coming in. His form also has like a percentage if you're trying to find out, okay, well, this is how much I spend, where am I at? Am I spending too much for, you know, groceries, you know, or, you know, helps you gauge, you know, where you're at, you know, if, you know, food should be, you know, 15 to 20%, you know, it really does a good job of giving you those breakdowns of, what, percentage of your income you should be spending in those areas. He stresses the zero-based budgeting as well. When you get paid, all of your money should be going somewhere. You should not be leaving any money left. So it's a matter of, again, being intentional. Know where your money is going. You are deciding before you get that paycheck, place it somewhere. It has to go somewhere. Before you get that paycheck, it's so much easier to work in that sense. Spend it before you get it. That way it feels more like, you have control of that. So homeowner attitude, what that means, you know, kind of wrapping all of this up here. Know what your credit status is. Seek guidance if needed. You've got some resources there. Be teachable. Learn the necessities or parts of a home and staying ahead of the game. And have a plan. Complete the budget. Complete a budget. And include long-term savings in that. So, any questions?
One of the items on the evaluation that we'll be passing on shortly is asking you for ideas for future topics. So if there are topics, say, related to home repair, if you would please put those on there, because one of the ways to really save money as a homeowner is to do it yourself, as Melinda had mentioned. So, if you have thoughts of those things that would be helpful for you to know, to learn how to do, please let us know that.
Well, as was just mentioned, there is an assessment form should be attached actually to the front of the binder that you got, along with the form for the drawings that we have. We do have, I believe, what is it, 7 or 8 different drawings that we will be doing.
And is there anybody who did not fill out and hand in their raffle form yet? The little slip?
I looked at there.
I grabbed it.
Okay, you did?
Okay. So let me just pull that one out. The small thing on the front, if you came in late, your name needs to be on here for the raffle drawing.
If they want the 4 point.
Yeah. This is the power.
And the sheet has gone around.
This has been passed around. This is, again, if you want a complete set of the PowerPoints, both from this presentation as well as Eileen's. Your name and email address should be on here. If you don't have email, I did say to one individual, I said, just put your address down, that's all we can, get to you then, okay? So if anybody, said, oh, I didn't realize it was for that, just raise your hand and I'll get this to you. As you're filling out the evaluations, there's plenty of coffee left, lots of veggies, fruit's almost all